It's funny if I tell you how many friends I've lost with this simple statement. Bruh, guess what? Next week is my birthday. And I'm like,
Okay.
funny thing, coming next week it'll be, bruh, what did you get me for my birthday? And I'm like, nothing. It's like, why? Nindalama zako. But this story is not like one of those. This one's different. The funny thing is, the people that I hang around change mentality on how I perceive certain things. Like, certain things don't become as important as it is. It is what it is, and I get to learn a few things, and then the company that I keep around also begins to change. Now, here's where this birthday issue comes in about. A lot of people have the mentality of whenever it's their birthday, someone has to do something for them. And I also had that perspective until I met one peculiar person. And then my entire perspective just shifted. And I was like, well, why haven't we been doing this in the first place? Because now, whenever it's your birthday, it's like it becomes a burden that falls upon your friends, as saying they need to throw you this Super Bowl type of event. And the only thing you're supposed to do is just attend. The funny thing is, coming this Corona period, one of my friends was having her birthday. And she decided to throw her own birthday party. She bought all the necessary materials that she needed. She decorated her room. She baked her own cake. She threw her own birthday party. And the only thing that she requested from the people is just attend. I'm like, well, what type of witchcraft is going on here? And these are the times when you see someone's birthday is approaching and you literally become busy that week. So as to give an excuse to, bruh, why didn't you give me something? And be like, I'm sorry, bruh, I was caught up with a lot of things, this was coming up my schedules and this was coming up here. And she didn't mind. She threw her own birthday party, and the only thing she wanted was just people to attend. And it was amazing. And people were like, what's going on? It's actually her birthday. Happy birthday, Winnie, happy birthday. I'm like, why haven't we been doing this in the first place? I found this to be very strange, because most of the friends that I hang around with, or most of the friends I used to, it's not something that was prominent in them. Their most dominant gene was, what have you got for me? This was a different kind of exposure that affected me in a different way. But then, this is something that will be common for everyone. I'm pretty sure there are people that do this, but I'm not familiar with. But then the funny thing is, what would you do if I told you the same person decided to throw a graduation party?
Oh my God!
A one-woman graduation party.
Wow!
Let that sink in for a moment, and then come back to me and say, hey, we've heard that before. So, here's the thing. We had already graduated. Before I go into this video, if you had not seen where this story is coming from, you need to go back and watch Graduation Declined Part 2. There's a Part 1, but now there's a Part 2. So if you've not seen Graduation Declined Part 2, you've not seen Graduation Declined Part 1, you need to see Part 1, Part 2, and then it will connect with this story. Like, we have already graduated. Now, what happens? Everybody is going back home. You're only like, about a dozen people. So everybody's just in their rooms. They're done with their assignments. They're done with everything. Like, everybody knows after graduation, there's a graduation party. This person is the type of person who doesn't like having people do things for her. She does appreciate having people do things for her, but she prefers to get things done by herself. And this is one of the qualities that I admire about her, even though I'm not going to tell her, because she's eventually going to become big-headed and useless. And so I just keep it to myself. She took it upon herself, and I spent quite a lot. She had bought out the catering equipment, she had bought out the 7 dishes, she has bought out the wine glasses and everything else. She had bought out everything that she was supposed to cook. And that morning, she set out to prepare this graduation event. She called one of the people that she trusts would actually help her pull this through. And that morning, she started preparing the graduation event. She had said not a word to anybody. She just set out and she started cooking. Now, all morning she's been in the kitchen, she's been preparing these meals. She had decorated the room. And the room was excellent. The food was on point. Coming that evening, she decided to let a few people know. She's like, "Now, we are having a graduation party today." I'm like, what? What graduation party are you talking about? She's like, "Yeah, we're having a graduation party. The only thing I want you to do is just attend." I'm like, what's going on? So I decided to go to one of my friends. I'm like, what is she doing? She's like, "Yeah, she's throwing us a graduation party. Did we make any contributions that I'm not aware of?" Like, no. She said, "I don't want anyone to contribute. I'm doing this. The only thing you just have to do is attend." This makes me go into a lot of questions. I'm like, is she living a secret life where she just comes from a royal family and money just rains? That's not the case at all. This happened to be something that she really wanted, and she likes getting what she wants. Not only did she throw her own birthday party, she threw her own graduation party, and she threw her own photo shoot. If she says, "This year I'm gonna get this and this," whether it's going to come from somebody or if it doesn't come from somebody, it's going to be done by herself. This makes you wonder a lot of things, because then we expect a lot from other people. Like, we're waiting for people to acknowledge our worth instead of us bringing out our talent. Like, why wait for somebody to acknowledge you when you already know what you are? This is the type of person who she is. If you don't acknowledge what she can do, she's either way going to do it. She's not going to wait for your approval. She just make it happen. She had already set out the event and she had set all these things in place. And we attended the graduation party. It was amazing. If I didn't say that earlier, it was amazing. Guess what? Not only was there a graduation party, but then she decided to throw us.
Hey, party after party. Woo! Party after party. After party after.
I'm like, dude, we've been living a very, very broke life. I'm with you almost 24/7. Like, why the hell didn't we go and just buy some canto or buy the stand somewhere? That type of selflessness just makes you think a lot about yourself. You just go and stand in the mirror and you'll be like, would I be able to do this for people who won't even appreciate afterwards? Because then we had the problem of now convincing people who didn't contribute anything to attend a party that they're not going to pay anything on. I'm like, what the hell? The only thing you're supposed to do is just attend. You're not contributing anything. Everything has already been set out. Like, what's the problem now? She's a very patient person. On the contrary to some of us, it's another case. How let me just end there. So she had set out all these, then we had started convincing people to attend, and they attended. We gave a few speeches here and there, and we enjoyed the meal.
In our future,
In China, I made many friends. I thank God to
a lot of things, even the bad things.
There was an after party.
Oh my God. Saad is with me.
Like, there are no words that you can describe people like this. And this makes me wonder is, how many of the friends around me do I have who are selfless to this extent? And how many of the friends whom I tend to hang around with would actually do such a thing? Like, this is what you begin to think of. And you're like, are the people that I'm hanging around worth it? how selfless are they? And I told her one thing which she didn't get though, because then I said it in a little tiny voice, because yeah, pride and everything else. But then I told her, if this is how genuinely you are on the inside, you will never be a poor person in your life. If this is the kind of mentality that you possess, I am telling you, you will never be poor. If you're a person who goes out there and makes things happen rather than waiting for people to make things happen on your behalf. Yeah, this is me showing my appreciation. I rarely make videos about people in particular, but then you need to appreciate excellence, because then if I don't say this now, I'll be saying it in our obituary. We wait till someone passes on, then we begin to appreciate them, when we can actually take the opportunity whilst they're still alive to appreciate the value and the lessons that they've contributed upon your life. And such a mentality is something that has changed me a lot on how you view certain things. Is most of the times, if you're surrounded by a lot of people who are do this for me, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me, do that for me, it's nice to know that there's someone who's actually making it happen. And the question is, will that be you? This is why people don't even like most of your birthdays. You're like, dude, her birthday is also here. Now I need to find what I'm supposed to get her. Why don't you do something for a change on your birthday? Instead of you getting something, give something to others. Trust me. And I took that advice into consideration, and I did like a little thing. It was a very cheap one though.
No, don't blow, Winnie. This is really he blew mine. Why are you scared? You can't get the car, so this is
But applying it, I saw how it changes the people around you, and the environment itself just changes. It doesn't become something that they it becomes something that they look forward to. You be like, oh, if it's not the getting me of something, it's just you and them having fun. You'd be like, oh, this is my birthday and I've already set out everything. I just want your attendance. That's all. That's all that I need. Just be there and celebrate with me. That's all. And it's gonna be about you, not about what they need to get you, because now it's like I don't know what I'm saying. If you need this advice, take it. If you don't need it, just don't take it. But then it's nice to know there are actually people out there who think about others before they think about themselves. And I'd like to say thank you. It's something that I'm going to hold on to for a very long time, and it's something that I'm going to apply for a very long time. Thank you. Yeah, when I started out this video, I thought I was going to say a lot, but then I don't know. I think that concludes the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. What else am I supposed to say? This concludes my graduation design, graduation adventure, and my school series. And my next video, I'm thinking of giving you a tip on how you apply for universities abroad, and the chains that you go through and the procedures that you go through. And then this is you applying on your own, not you removing agents. Like, most of the agents are not going to like this video, because then it subtracts them, it subtracts them, it subs something them from the equation, and yeah, it removes them. Yes, removes them from the equation. That's the right word. It removes them from the equation, and it gives new student or university students age up. This is just online application and such like, and then it's gonna give you a detailed on how you do these things on your own. I think I'm just wasting time. All right, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.